How many car shows take over an entire town? Well, this week on At Your Leisure, we found one that turns a love of old hot rods into a community event. Chad and Rhea will take you for a ride and show off what makes this gathering so special. Then come with me, Stephen Human, as I ride a trail that will keep you guessing and take you to places where the world is at your feet. Finally, Reece watches America take flight, or try to fly at least. All that and the newest electric motorcycle are coming your way now, so get ready to own the outdoors with At Your Leisure.
Come away with me, Lucille, in the merry Oldsmobile, but it's really a Cadillac. Hi, everybody. Welcome to At Your Leisure. I'm Chad Booth.
And I'm Rhea Rossi Booth. And we're at the July Jamboree Classic Car Show out here in Cedar City, Utah. And there's I'd say over 100 cars here.
That's true. They are all kinds of sports cars, mostly hot rods, but a few old classics like Rhea and I. And so we decided to use that as an excuse to slip into the line and join the festivities. This is a lot of fun. And if you're over 40, you're old enough to have fond memories of cars that aren't around anymore.
Right.
And that's what makes this thing a blast. So this is the new official At Your Leisure mobile. It is a 1937 Cadillac limousine. So we got a lot of space. It's a limo. Why don't you climb in the back and we can chauffeur you around this event.
And after you get chauffeured around, we're going to do some really fun stuff here as well. New stuff that's happening in Cedar City, and you want to check that out too.
The July Jamboree started 19 years ago, and all of the money that is raised from our sponsors, the cars, the vendors, go to humanitarian and charitable type projects. Not just in our community, but we also do international projects with it. I think the real importance with our show, it's open to the family and it's free. It's good, wholesome entertainment. We hold it in our historic downtown as compared to just a nice grassy area or whatever. And so people come and they mingle and they enjoy that. They come here and it's small town USA. They come and they love the hometown feel and that type of thing, and they come back year after year after year. We have people from Lake Havasu, we have people from Las Vegas, we have people from Southern California, Colorado, Idaho, those places, and they come and they just really enjoy it. It's different. Saturday morning we have a big rod run, and this year we went down to Canaryville, a little town to the south of us. And there's an old service station there, and we took some pictures of the different cars that we'll give to those car people. And we went out to New Harmony so we could look back up into Kolob Canyon. Just join us in our hometown and have a blast with your family and friends. While you're here, see the parks, go to the Shakespearean Festival, enjoy Cedar City. It's a great place.
Well, as you can see, this is the biggest car show we've ever been to.
Oh, no kidding. And you know what? I've learned something, Rhea.
What is it?
This is an alphabet car show. Pick any letter of the alphabet.
A.
Austin.
B.
Buick.
C.
Chevrolet.
Ah.
But anyway, it's been absolutely fun and phenomenal to see all these cars. Some of them stock, some of them very hot rod.
Oh my gosh, this is so much fun. And speaking of fun, Stephen is in very close proximity, and I think we need to check out what he's doing in our travel adventure.
All right, take it away, Stephen.
That's right, Chad and Rhea. I am right on your guys' doorstep just to the north at an area called Yankee Meadows. Now, this is right outside of Parowan, Utah, and it is gorgeous. But I'm actually not staying here. I'm heading up there on an ATV trail that is going to push your skills to the limit. But at the end, trust me, all of the hard work will pay off. Right off Highway 143 south of Parowan, the Yankee Meadows sign leads you to a reservoir that peacefully invites travelers to stop and get their feet wet. Here, a trail branches off from the main road that will take you over rocks and through streams on its way up the mountain. It's a tough track called Clear Creek, but like all difficult paths, it's worth every bit of effort.
It's an old established right-of-way
Used to be an access between here and Garfield County. It's quite steep and rocky.
This is maybe what some people might refer to as a Black Diamond Trail. It's quite rocky, it's quite steep in places.
And as you go higher, then the views get better and better. And up here on top of the ledge, it's about 10,000 feet, and the view from there, you can see into Nevada and Arizona, and you know, on a clear day, it's just the views are just totally outstanding.
Pretty much after the first turn in the trail, it's one long, non-stop incline that quickly takes you higher and higher into the forest. Rocks shift with every twist of the steering wheel, forcing you to go it slow and steady and really pay attention to the terrain. For the most part, the forest is dense enough that you don't really realize how high you've gone until a sudden break in the trees affords a view that shocks you at first glance. The world is at your feet, and you have no idea how it got there. Standing at the top, you can look out and see Bryan Head Peak miles to the south and the ranger cabin that sits on top. On a clear morning like today, you can see all the way to mountain ranges in Nevada. The best part is that this is just the first volley in a trail system that seemingly goes on forever.
This area up here around Yankee Meadow, there's a few trails. There's trails from here over to Penguins Lake that are good rides, some good views on them. You know, you're up high at altitude, so it's cool in the summer.
These trails here tie into a big system up near Bryan Head and to the east of here around Penguins Lake.
Right here from Yankee Meadows, you can actually access approximately 300 plus miles of trail and ATV, UTV route. Whether you want to do a 1-, 2-, or 3-day ride, you can end up actually down in Nevada from this point and continue your ride.
The riding may go on and on out here, but it isn't the only attraction on the Dixie National Forest. Obviously, Yankee Meadows offers plenty of diverse water recreation, but the forest itself is a treasure trove of adventure that oftentimes is overlooked in favor of more flashy destinations. These public lands have a lot to offer and are more than worthy of exploration.
Come view the wildlife. We have some of the most exceptional wildlife out here. Come explore, and if they just want some solitude, they can go hiking and it's just you and nature. Or you can take your kids on, you know, some short day hikes. There's mountain biking, there's horseback riding. There's all sorts of things to come out and do here.
Maps are available at all of our district offices and our visitor centers across the forest. Specifically for the Cedar City Ranger District is Duck Creek Village. We want people to stay connected to the Dixie and like us, follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and then also visit our website at Dixie National Forest as well.
Some people might see a path like this through the forest as just a ribbon of dirt that takes you to an overlook. For those of us out here today, it's so much more than that. It's a trail that leads to memories, adventure, and the promise of greater experiences just over the horizon. That is what you find out here at Yankee Meadows on the Clear Creek Trail.
It's only 20 minutes from Parowan, yet it's just, you know, you just kind of get away from all the hustle and bustle. Just to get away and then to see the wildlife, you know, and maybe throw in a line, catch a fish, and have some fun with the grandkids.
Everything is available here. Cedar and Iron County are both large enough to be small and small enough to be large. We have all the facilities, but we're not overrun. It's an easy place to live. It's a friendly place to live.
I don't know about you guys, but I am always blown away by what I find on an ATV ride. This is amazing. Just look at that. And you can come out here yourself with your family and you can discover all of this on Clear Creek right out of Yankee Meadows. Now, if you want more information about this area, go to visitcedarcity.com. You can also become a fan on their Facebook page. It's also Visit Cedar City. Well, I'm Stephen Heumann for At Your Leisure. We need to take a commercial break. When we come back, well, this week's product review.
There's a little place on a Utah map where I was raised, where my heart's at, where the sagebrush grows wild and high, and the stars come out at night. Oh, there ain't nothing like being raised in the basin with a Ute reservation, skiing starvation, that Duchesne County life.
I'm Chris Haller, Utah Division of Parks and Recreation Off-Highway Vehicle Program Coordinator. And today we're here to talk about how you can protect your brain. A couple key things when selecting a helmet is to make sure that it's DOT approved and that you check the expiration date. Yes, helmets do expire. Typical expiration date is between 5 and 7 years. Visit our website at ohv.utah.gov for more helmet information. Utah State Parks, adventures for everyone.
It's out there. Something is definitely out there. Whatever it is, it's big. At one point, I swear, we got so close I could smell it. But then, poof, it was gone.
Right. It exists. The new Honda Pioneer 1000 with a best-in-class engine and 6-speed fully automatic dual-clutch transmission. Pioneer 1000 from Honda.
Let's be honest, you don't know much about Beaver County. Well, let me tell you about it. It's the birthplace of outlaw Butch Cassidy and adventurer Philo T. Farnsworth. Some of the best skiing in Utah is at Eagle Point. You've got camping, Canyon Breeze Golf Course, Crusher in the Tushers, Beaver Territorial Courthouse, snowmobiling, renewable energy, Pioneer Car Show, Squeaky Cheese, Ghost Towns to explore, best water in the country, Paiute ATV trails, Old Frisco Kilns, horse racing, hunting, fishing, and it's a good place to live. Beaver County, mountains of fun. I could tell you more, but why don't you come and see it for yourself?
Well, welcome back to At Your Leisure. I'm Darren Kinder, and I must have got in the DeLorean with Marty McFly and traveled to the future because this is the future of motorcycles. This is a full electric motorcycle called the Impulse by Victory, and it is like nothing you've ever ridden before. It kind of sounds like a toy, but it's not. It's got a lot of power. Initially, it's kind of hard because you don't know what the motor's doing and the clutching and all that kind of stuff. But after you kind of get through that initial shock of what the bike is doing, it's a lot of fun to ride. Now, it is a bullet bike, so you're in a very forward stance on it. It's meant to fly, so this is going to be a great bike to run up in the canyons and go for a quick ride around town. It is a lot of fun, and it actually has a very comfortable seat on it.
I've got one word for this thing, and it's deceptive. You can't hear it, make a lot of noise like a normal motorcycle, but it is fast.
Now, unlike the other Victories, which are mostly baggers and cruiser style bikes, this is a bullet bike configuration. You got your foot pegs are back a little bit far, you got a forward leaning angle, and it really needs to be because with this electric motor, it puts out a ton of torque. Now back here we have a chain drive and a direct action adjustable shock, which is real common on a bullet bike, but it has Brembo brakes on it, which you find on Ferraris and Corvettes, both front and rear. Now this has a Brembo powered lithium ion battery in it. It's a little over 10,000 watts per hour and it's 103 volts. Now that'll make the bike run about 130 miles before it's out of its charge, and it can run up to 100 miles an hour. Now it has 61 foot-pounds of torque and 54 horsepower, and it will recharge in less than 4 hours. Now up here on top of the gas tank, which it doesn't have one, is the electrical plug, just plugs in right there. And the rest of the bike is pretty basic. You have your blinkers, your electric start, all those kind of things. It does have a hydraulic clutch, hydraulic brake, and it has a basic gauge package on it. That does take a little bit getting used to it because you expect to hear your engine rev up. But once you kind of get through those initial little quirks, it's pretty fun to drive. Well, I'd like to get back to riding, but what you need to do is get into Tri-City Victory in Centerville. They're right off I-15, and they can show you the full line of Victories, from their big bombers to this electric Impulse. Well, I'm Darren Kinder. We'll see you next time.
Rediscover your sense of adventure. Welcome to San Juan County. Discover the past. A change of place. Utah, San Juan County, where life is elevated.
When the road takes you farther than you knew possible, when the world is more beautiful than you've ever seen, when home is more comfortable than it should be, this is when you know you're in Kane County. The perfect mix of rural and urban, culture and adventure. Glendale, Orderville, Kanab, Bigwater, small towns with more to offer than just peace and quiet. Kane County, Utah. Find the new you.
Razor, Ranger, Sportsman, Ace. There's a Polaris to match your passion. Whether you ride mud, rocks, dunes, or trails, Razor leads the way. With unequaled power, unrivaled suspension, unmatched agility, and unbeatable comfort. Perfectly combined to chase what matters. Lifelong memories with friends and family.
In a place that is beyond words, there is nothing to be said, except take your time in Bryce Canyon country.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. We're down here in Cedar City at this great car festival. You know, there's a sense of drama about a car show.
I know. Tell me about it.
Okay, so obviously I could name cars by the alphabet, but you can also name them by the movie, like the Edsel back there. What?
Used cars.
That's right. Kurt Russell blows it up. American Graffiti right there.
Right there.
The Godfather.
It's amazing. It
You know,
really is just like Hollywood.
I know. I'm looking for John Wayne's Lincoln. I know it's around here somewhere.
Well, you know, speaking of drama, Cedar City has a lot to offer in that department, and we are going to take a look at the Shakespearean Festival right now.
Drive on.
Cedar City is home of the Utah Shakespeare Festival. We're now in our 55th year of this theater festival. So we put on all these great shows from William Shakespeare, as well as contemporary plays. They are in repertory, so that means that they run every single day except for Sunday. And there's all kinds of activities that are associated with the theater festival as well. There's, you know, play seminars, there's a free green show, play orientations. They're now in their new home, the Beverly Sorensen Center of the Arts. So we have a brand new Elizabethan-style outdoor theater in which 3 plays are presented. And then, of course, we have the Randall Jones Theater, which is where the contemporary works are being presented. And we have a small theater that just opened this year as well called the Ames Theater, which is a very intimate theater where plays are take place in the center and the audience is surrounding it. And there's a lot of audience participation, and it's really very intimate. And it's exciting to see, and you definitely want to be a part of. The unique aspect of Cedar City is you have adventure during the day, and then you have the culture, you know, at night. You have something to do at night. So something that fills your soul, something that brings you awareness, and what better than arts and theater.
Well, the Shakespearean Festival looks like so much fun. I mean, I would love to go. I've never been, but I've just heard it's fantastic. And they've been doing it here in Cedar City for, gosh, a long time.
I think Shakespeare actually was at the first one.
You know, he could have been. And I know he'd be very proud of what they're doing over here.
Oh, yes. I'm endorsed by Shakespeare himself.
Absolutely. You know, you should drive me to one of the plays in this car.
Oh, okay, so the picture I have in my mind is I'm going to be wearing a chauffeur's cap, sitting in the front, and you're going to be bossing me around. So what else is new?
As always. You know what? Maybe we could get Reece Stein to do it for us.
Oh, yeah, he's old enough. He knows how to drive this thing.
We want to go to our trailhead adventure with Reece Stein, which is going to be great as always. But we also have to thank Rocky Mountain ATVMC for these great stories that they give you every single week.
I'm Reece Stein at your leisure in North Salt Lake, where a couple of feathered family dramas are unfolding along the banks of the Jordan River.
This bald eagle pair goes all the way back, first year of nesting success in 1996.
In April, a pair of bald eagles hit the jackpot. They are feeding a trio of 2-week-old chicks on this riverside tower. In 1996, they became the first nesting pair of balds in northern Utah since the 1970s ban on DDT spurred a comeback. And every year since, wildlife biologist Bob Walters has kept a watchful eye on the unique nursery.
They've been successful to present in all but 3 of those years. Nonetheless, it's a very productive nesting territory occupied by very successful eagles.
By mid-June, the 3 eaglets are near fully grown and keep their parents busy rustling up grub from the nearby Great Salt Lake.
They like this habitat. Significantly, it's not that far from the big city. But in fact, apparently, all their needs are being met. They're apparently finding plenty of food. They're not unduly disturbed. Life is good.
On June 16th, Walters hosts a first of 3 public viewings from spotting scope distance far enough away to not disturb the birds.
What do you see?
Their wings are sizing.
Their wings are sizing.
Yeah, they're flapping.
I come here every Saturday and Sunday morning, come out early before it gets hot. Sometimes when they're about to fly, I come out in the evenings. I don't know, there's just something about the freedom of the eagles because they can go anywhere they want to go.
I have been trying for a couple years to get pictures of bald eagles, and they're one of my favorite birds. I heard about this little field trip and thought I've got to get out there and get a picture of bald eagle. The bald eagle, it symbolizes freedom.
Walters and Rocky Mountain Power erected a similar tower nearby. 3 newborn red-tailed hawks await lunch. Last year, the parent hawks built their nest on a power pole, but the wind blew it off. 2 chicks died.
So the idea was, let's put up a nest tower, and they surprised us. It's probably the same adult pair. They came back, and they are presently engaging in flight training for their young right now, and they have 3. So they did really well, and it makes us look smart.
On June 21st, one of the eaglets persistently tests its wings while sisters quietly watch.
Any day, in fact, one probably followed by the other 2, they'll leave the nest, and then we go through the whole process of learning how to fly.
On June 24th, the youngsters take advantage of a stiff breeze to get a little higher. At 80 days old, they're overdue to take flight. 2 days later, with Dad anxiously watching, one of the babies shows sure signs of flight, but not yet. Lots of action, but no cigar. Then on June 29th, one of the babies is off the nest. Walter spots it below the tower.
That's good. That's all you really want to do is that, okay, you're here, your wings are up. Now you gotta, get hungry enough to maybe get back to that nest, which is where you know there could be something to eat.
By June 30th, the second youngster is out of the nest. Only one is yet to test its wings, and when it flies, it will be the 42nd young eagle to come off this nest since 1996.
I think it's demonstrated that it's a little piece of habitat that works for them, and it obviously works very well.
The 3rd baby left the nest on, patriotically enough, July 4th. 3 new symbols of America flying free on Independence Day. Reece Stein at your leisure in North Salt Lake.
Dominate every trail. Conquer any task. You need a machine that does it all. Introducing Polaris General. The General is the most powerful wreck utility side-by-side ever made. The industry's deepest cargo box lets you haul and dump up to 600 pounds, and the revolutionary cockpit totally refines comfort and protection. Polaris General, ultimate versatility to win every battle.
Carbon County is typically known for its industry and coal production, but that is not all. Utah's Castle Country has something for everyone. It is the home of the nationally recognized North Springs Shooting Range. North Springs provides gun hobbyists and professionals a practice and training facility that is second to none. Visit castlecountry.com for more information.
In 1946, Ray City started a business built on exploration and family. He made his customers a promise that they would always find a friend when they walked into a dealership with the name Ray City. Now, 70 years later, that promise is fulfilled every day. We're still all about exploration and family. 70 years is a long time, but we are just getting started. Come in and celebrate our huge anniversary sale. Ray City RV off Riverdale Road in Roy, serving your family since 1946.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure, everybody. We're here at the Classic Car Show in Cedar City, and we have found a classic owner.
That's right. You know, usually this is part of the show where we talk about winners, and we have lots of winners this week because they're all the guys that own these beautiful cars. What's your name?
My name is Carl Bauman.
Carl, tell me a little bit about this, because if I didn't have my Cadillac, I would have one of these. I love this vehicle.
Well, I've always been into Jeeps, and I looked for one to restore. Found this one. It looked like it fit the bill, and $16,000 later, you see it.
That's kind of how that works. I've been there myself.
Oh my gosh.
That was pretty rough.
That was the original. Holy smokes.
All right, all you youngsters, you got to let you in a little secret right here. 56 Chevy. We had a station wagon. Put gas in it. You turn the little lever. You drop it down. There's your gas hidden behind the tail. So James Bond, and he wasn't even making movies yet.
It's a 1950 Chevrolet.
Okay.
It's basically all stock except for the drivetrain.
What did you put in it?
There's a 350 in it, which is about 3,000 miles on it right now, and a 350 transmission.
So tell me about your car.
This is a 1936 Ford Cabriolet. It has a Chevy 350 motor in it with a 200 R4 overdrive transmission, power steering, power brakes, power windows, air conditioning, cruise control. And of course it's got a nice rumble seat there. No steps, we took those out.
What do you do, just like jump?
Nope, there's only one way you can get that rumble seat. That's if I pick you up and put you in it.
Oh my God.
Terry Wood, when he moved to Utah, started his adventures in outdoor Utah in a K5 Blazer, just like this one. And Tom, this is your car.
That's correct.
How long have you had it?
11 years. Got this Blazer, and it was in a barn for 8 years. And it had 64,000 miles when I bought it. And it's a CST, which is a 350 factory air, the high end. Well, I joined the Marines after high school at 17, but they wouldn't take me till 18. I was very proud to serve my country, and I'd do it again in a minute.
Thank you, Tom.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And right now we're going to take off for a look at next week's show.
What does the perfect family camping trip look like? Take a water destination, add some beauty, throw in some ATV trails, and put your family right in the middle. Darren and Jill show us one place that meets all those criteria. From there, we'll take a look at the Bears Ears Monument battle and find out what both sides have to say about this controversial public lands issue.
Well, next week's show looks great, as always.
Yes, okay, I guess it's...
I'm a little biased, but...
Yeah. Time to go home?
Let's go home, James.
James, I get the hint. I guess you're riding in the back.
I'll call you driver.
All right. Well, Miss Daisy and I have had a great time today with having you join us down here at the car show. It's been a lot of fun. Remember, this is an annual event. This car show goes on every year. So you might want to think about coming down, and remember, not every car here is a show winner or fully restored. It's just something old, something unique that people like, and you're welcome to enter and come down and show it off.
Yeah, it reminds me of, like, you know, just having a baby and everybody goes to the nursery and sees the beautiful little baby. That's what these cars are. It's so sweet.
Even if it's ugly. Anyway, we'll look for you next time. Remember, there literally is adventure around every bend, especially when I'm driving this.
But don't forget to go out there and create your own adventure.
At your leisure. Well, we'll see you next week. I guess I'll be driving.
Let's go. Festival, and we want to take a look at that. Limo ride, there's some...
Most people can't even find the starter button on this thing.
I know how that goes.
Hi, I'm Chad Booth from At Your Leisure. I hope you just enjoyed the YouTube video that you just watched. Now, remember, we come up with new videos like this every single week, so you might want to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you never miss a single story that we have out. Now, you can also share us with all of your friends on social media. Here's how to do it right here. And that way, they can have fun too. If you want detailed information, we of course have our website, AYLTV.com, and from there you can find out which television stations we broadcast on, so you never have to spend a day without your fix of family-oriented outdoor recreation adventure. Plus, don't forget we have really cool contests.